What happens when you finally kick the bucket? Despite our mostly science-grounded views on passing nowadays, it seems many people believe in existence after it. In 2014, UK taxpayers were polled from the Telegraph, and just under 60% of respondents stated they believe some part of us resides. From the US, nevertheless, a very Christian state, Pew Research in 2015 asked folks what occurred after you die. The poll found that 72% of Americans believed you go to heaven, which was described as a place where people who have led good lives are forever rewarded. 54% of US adults replied they believed in hell, which was called a location where individuals who have led bad lives and die without even being sorry are eternally punished. Bearing this in mind, welcome to this particular episode of this infographics show. What happens when you die? Don't forget to register and click the bell button so you can be part of our notification squad. It seems a lot of folks do believe that after death, we might be nestled in some cloud-strewn paradise, or conversely, if we haven't stuck to the ethics prescribed to us by our preferred faith or denomination of the faith, we might have to deal with eternal hellfire and the possibility of groveling to a red-bearded man who barely ever lays his pitchfork. But let's start with a few empirical realism as well as what happens to the body when we expire. Physicians understand you're dead since the heart stops beating and there is not any longer any electrical action in mind. Brain death equals lifeless, although machines will keep you going a little bit longer. You can also have what's known as cardiac death, so the heart stops beating, and blood no longer flows through your body. The strange, even fantastic thing is, individuals who have suffered coronary death but have been attracted back to life have stated they were aware of what was going on around them. Others have talked about walking towards a light in this near-death experience. You can be brought back from that which we call clinical death, but you have a grace span of approximately 4 to 6 minutes. But let's say you get to the light and proceed. This is that which we call biological death, match finished, the final whistle, dead as a dodo. This is where it gets undignified, but what do you care about? You're dead. As soon as you're certainly no more with us, your muscles relax, and this signifies your sphincter will too, meaning that triple whopper and massive fires you had for lunch may melt out of you, the gas you have in you may also leak out and cause a stink. The same goes for the pee you've got in your gut, so perishing, not surprisingly, is a small messy affair. And men, you might even ejaculate. As for women, you might give birth after you've died if you're pregnant, which is something called coffin birth. It doesn't often happen, though. Rather than pushing, it is the gases at the abdomen that squeeze the toddlers to the world. Since the body eliminates what is trapped inside, noises may be emitted from the mouth as the atmosphere escapes. Nurses and people working close to dead bodies have regularly reported hearing very alive-sounding yells and groans are coming from dead bodies. You might twitch, but this does not mean there's life in you. These are only muscle contractions. You could also soon get an erection if you died lying in your stomach as well as the blood flow down there. All of your blood will pool to a particular area of the body. That can be known as livor mortis, and it is the reason parts of you may have that dark purple color you have seen on TV. All these are the beautiful things that sometimes happen quite shortly after you move. Free of blood flowing through your entire body, it is going to start to cool, known as algor mortis, or just death chill. It'll keep cooling until it's the exact temperature as your surroundings. That is because calcium is now getting into your muscle cells. Cells break down with no blood flow, and this leads to bacteria growth, and that is why you start to decompose. You may look like your hair or nails have increased, but this is not the situation. What is occurring is that your skin is receding, providing the impression of growth. The skin will loosen, too, and blisters will appear on the entire body. The following stage is putrefaction when bacteria and germs start feasting on you. You'll soon begin to stink as bad as anything you could have imagined while you're alive. One person described the odor as rotten eggs, stool, and also a used toilet made out of Percouple X1000. It's unholy. Shortly everything that's tender becomes liquefied, with items like bones, cartilage and hair remaining powerful. However, if embalmed and buried, then decomposition could be a slow procedure. Left above ground, you'll be a liquefied mess within about a month, feasted on by insects, maggots, plants, and animals. Underground, Some experts say it might take 8 to 12 years until you're reduced to nothing. However, a skeleton. Following around 50 decades, even your muscles will become part of the earth. We must include the speed of decomposition is dependent upon all manner of factors, too many to list here. However, we think you get the picture. Though some people report their near-death encounter was a scene to behold, that is not necessarily the case. No thoughts, no consciousness, nothing. Is there something else? Irish empiricist philosopher George Berkeley was so hell-bent on knowing what happens following departure, or those moments during clinical death, that he hanged himself into the stage of release, with a buddy nearby ready to cut him down before he died. The story has become lore in philosophical circles, but it's believed all Berkeley found was that hanging strikes your neck. French philosopher René Descartes believed the soul was separate from the body, as many religions will tell you, and perhaps if we expire, something lingers on. Friedrich Nietzsche talked about the idea of eternal recurrence or eternal return, significance. All existence or energy from the universe has forever and will forever keep repeating itself ad infinitum. You live the same life, again and again, forever. Now, doesn't that make you want to live well? Here we could make similarities to the Buddhist view of the wheel of samsara, wherein all spirits, lifestyles begin a cycle after death, except maybe not the same life. We call reincarnation, which many folks say is connected to what we occasionally call déjà vu. Buddhists think we can end this vicious cycle when we can come to be genuinely enlightened, therefore achieving nirvana. Or do we make our way to paradise after our bodies stop working, tipping our limit to St. Peter at the pearly gates, hoping he won't deny us entry for stealing that candy bar when we went on a college visit to Niagara Falls? Will we be taken into paradise, a place filled with unique foods and gorgeous maidens that make your deceased knees go weak? Or will we see the earth, our souls nothing more than a worldly fancy that took our minds away from our cosmic insignificance and the sense of futility that we occasionally experience on terra firma? That is something we cannot tell you. However, we'd love to know what you believe. Please share your ideas in the comments, and don't die on us. Additionally, make sure to check out our other movie called This Is How You'll Die. Thanks for watching, and, as always, don't forget to like, talk about, and subscribe. We hope you are learning something new every day from our videos. If you want us to cover a specific topic, let us know in the comments section below. We are doing our bit to spread awareness about the common health conditions and exciting topics. Do your part by sharing this video with your friends and social circle. Thank you. Get value by subscribing our Get Value Daily channel. Thank you.